Hey guys, it's Dr. Cody Dukes and we are back again for another video. Now you already know what it is. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel. Help me to help you guys. I'm dropping 5 videos a week. That's one every weekday. I cover motivational, inspirational content with a pop culture twist. I'm looking at things like movies, sports, TV shows, anime, all of it. And I try to find the motivational aspects of it and present it in a way that's palatable for you guys. So if that's what the type of content you like, go ahead and join my following. Now guys, you already know what time it is. It's Fit Friday, and that means that we're looking at content more focused on fitness and how I can maybe give you guys some tips about the things I do to try to get and stay healthy. Now, if you guys were here last week, you saw the video of me and my brother talking, and we have more of the same today. So if you enjoyed this,
I went so far as to taking the easy way out that I'm willing to use somebody else.
Right.
And it's not even for my benefit, but at the end of the day, it's only really hurting me.
it helps you understand your parents. when you were younger and they would call you and you would walk in the room and they'd be like,
Hand me that remote.
hand me that remote. The remote is literally a foot away from their head. Like all they have to do is just like lean. Like I don't know if y'all have experienced this, but this is real life for me.
Yeah.
So like it kind of helps you understand it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like that feeling of wow, it's something so small as literally just getting up out of the bed. I think you're in for a treat today, because my brother and I will be going on part 2 of our convo. And it was actually originally supposed to be 2 parts, but because we talked so much, between the two of us, we have big mouths. We talked so much, we're going to actually make it a 4-parter. So guys, get ready for the second part of the convo with me and my brother. And it's starting right now.
I don't want to go too far because, as he said, it's a 2-part video. And part 2, I'll dive in a little bit more on exactly what I did to make the lifestyle change. But before we leave you guys, I do want to give you some 4 basic points to help you in the beginning of your lifestyle change. That way, when you do get down the road, it'll make everything a lot easier. And the first thing is commitment and dedication. You have to want it more than you don't want it, if that makes sense. Does that
more than you don't want it. So I think what you're saying is actually a good point, because we talk about this all the time. And I actually said this when in a speaking engagement. There's never a day that I don't want to work out. It's just the way it is. There's never a day when I'm getting ready to work out that I don't think or say out loud, I don't want to do this. And so what he's saying is that there has to be something in you that is so committed that as much as I can say out of my mouth, I don't want to do this, there's something in me that wants to do it more than I don't want to do it. Yeah. That's the words he used, but I think that's the message is there has to be something that wants to get it done, that wants to get to that outcome more than there is something that just really doesn't want to do it today.
Yeah. And here goes, this is something to help maybe make it make sense. It's going to sound a little crazy, but this is how I look at it. When I wake up in the morning, most people, the first thing they think about is something to eat. I'm looking to work out before I eat. I feel as if I can wake up and eat, I can wake up and work out, because you can't you can't live to eat. You have to eat to live. And that's a lot of our problem. A lot of us are complacent. We're lazy. It's so easy. We don't really have to work for it. And once you get past that boundary, the next few steps are a lot more easier, which brings me to the second step, which is to game plan. Like, you have to have a game plan. You can't just go in winging it, thinking that it's going to work. When I started working out, I had to find what worked for me and I actually had to set up a workout plan. I just couldn't go, well, I'm gonna do this and hopefully it works. No, you have to have a plan, which takes you to number 3, which is execute the plan. Don't divert from the plan. If you say you're gonna do A, B, and C, just because you're tired, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do A today. No, do A, B, and C. Stick to the game plan. You can't prepare for an outcome and then change how you want to get to that outcome and then expect that outcome to be there.
I think that's actually a really good point. And this is probably going to be one of the most important points. I don't think you even realize why. It's because what happens with a lot of people, because it happened with me, and it happened, I feel like we grew up watching my mom and my sisters do workout videos all the time, doing salads and hamburgers as a meal all the time. And what happens, he said it earlier, you may see, maybe you lose 5 pounds, maybe you lose 10 pounds, and then you get a couple of days, you don't lose no pounds. You get a couple of days, you gain a couple of pounds.
Motivation.
And motivation for most people goes down to 0. I mean, I'm talking about like a missile dropping, like like it kills the program. And what a lot of people do is they say, what I'm doing, because I got 1 or 2 indications of this not working, they determine that the plan that they set out is no longer working. And because of that, then I might as well not be doing this. Maybe I need to do something else, or maybe I might as well just eat what I want to. If I'm gonna gain weight, I might as well just eat whatever I want to. And they kill the program. And the reason what he said is so powerful, it might be the most important thing he said this entire video, is because you have to be able to stick to whatever your game plan is, even when it looks like you're losing. Like, I think we haven't talked about sports, but Nick Saban is considered the greatest college football coach of all time, or at least in, modern day times. And the thing about Nick Saban, he's famous for the process, but Nick Saban, for the most part, is extremely rare. You will not see him change his game plan in the middle of a game. Now he has adapted to more current football gameplay over his career, whereas his teams used to be extremely defensive oriented, run the ball, kill the clock, beat you with defense, and now he has high scoring offenses and defense just do enough, bend don't break type deal. He's adapted over time, but there's few games where you can say you watched that Nick Saban, maybe the game wasn't going the way he thought it should, maybe they weren't winning, maybe they were losing, and Nick Saban changed the way they played the game. It's extremely rare you see that. That's because Nick Saban understands that he knows how to get to a specific outcome. He knows that this right here leads to this outcome. And even when it doesn't look like I'm getting to that outcome, I know if I stick to my process that I've set out since I first started coaching here, eventually, it may take a little bit longer, but eventually I'm gonna get there. And what a lot of people don't do is stick to their game plan. They look for any reason to deviate from it if they don't think it's working. So when he says execute your game plan, what he's really saying is don't just give up the first moment that it looks like it might not be working. Like, stick to it. Like, and we probably will actually talk about that in the next video, because that was actually something that he can tell you he struggled with when he was trying to get to some of his more difficult goals, was sticking to a game plan when it looked like it wasn't working. So go ahead and make your next point. I just wanted to add that in.
Appreciate, no problem. And the final point I'm gonna leave you guys with today is consistency. It just falls back with execute. As he said, you can't give up. You have to stick with the game plan. Continue to do it. Rough it out. Try to do the best you can, but don't deviate from the game plan. Stay consistent. And if you stay consistent, you follow these 4 basic steps, you will be surprised of the goal and the outcome that you receive at the end. I really don't have much else for you guys today. Like I said, we got a part 2 where we'll dive in a little bit more. That was just a quick, outline or a rough draft of how I initially started and made a change, especially with my weight. It wasn't easy, but like I said, once I made it up in my mind and committed and made a game plan and then executed and stuck with that game plan, the rest was nothing. And so yeah, I just want to thank Dr. Dukes, my brother here, for allowing me this opportunity and platform to share my story with you guys. I'll be back as long as he wants me, and I enjoyed myself. Thank you.
So I appreciate you, bro, for what you've done and what you've delivered today. I think you've actually given a lot of great details, a lot of great points, a lot of things that if people really internalize and put into their life, they can actually use, and it'll help them to reach some of their own fitness goals. But before we go, I have to give you guys a challenge, because that's what I do. I like to ask questions. I like to give you guys a challenge. So the challenge today is I want you guys to just identify one of the key steps that my brother mentioned. The small things, the commitment, the game plan, the execution, the consistency. I just want you guys to identify one that maybe you struggled in, because I think sometimes a lot of us are just one decision away from getting to where we're trying to go. Like, it's not like we're lacking everything. Like, I'm really committed. Like, I really want to do it. I just can't get the right game plan, or I got a game plan, but I just keep struggling to execute. Like, it seems like it's just so hard to be consistent. Yeah. So I just want you to identify one place where you may have found yourself struggling, and I want you to put that in the comments below. And then I want you to try to make a commitment over these next 7 days to maybe try to be better in that area, try to be more consistent, maybe develop a game plan that you feel like you can stick to. We didn't talk about that in the video, but it's got to be something you can stick to. Develop a game plan you can stick to. If you already got a game plan, over the next week, try to really get into executing that game plan. Or if you just at the beginning and you don't know where to go and you're just like, I think I want to lose weight, I think I want to be healthy, then let's get to this point where you can at least just say, I'm ready to commit to something. Like, whatever it is, I just want you to pick one, put it in the comments, and then I just want you guys over the next week to try to work on that one thing. But with that out of the way, that is the end of this video. I want to thank my brother for his time and his words, his information, his knowledge. I think as you guys can see in the pictures, he's not just talking out of the side of his neck. This is something that he's really lived. So I want to thank him. If you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out 5 videos a week. That's one every weekday. So I'm working really hard for you guys. If you know anyone who can benefit from this channel, anyone who can benefit from this message, please feel free to share this video, my channel, with them, because I'm working really hard and I want to help you guys. So if that's all, I think that's everything for this video. Yeah. I thank you guys for coming, and peace out.